everyone, well, we're here, we're back, and the other day YouTube recommended me a very random, strange video. It was an interview that the Olsen twins did back in 1998 on The View, and being a former huge fan of the Olsen twins, especially in 1998, I wanted to watch it. They were on there to promote their movie Billboard Dad, which if you haven't seen it, Olsen twins classic right there. And I watched it, and I wish I hadn't. It is very cringy, very awkward, and since I was subjected to it, I'm going to subject you guys to it as well. It is, I don't know what the hosts were thinking, I don't know what production was thinking, I don't know what anybody was thinking besides the Olsen twins. It is very odd.
Hi, you look more ladylike than I do. They've managed to pull it together better than me.
Yeah, I know. Mary-Kate Nash is going to teach Auntie Debbie how to dress
Exactly,
now.
thank you. Now, you spent the first 9 years of your 12 years on this planet on the sitcom Full House. But now you're doing a very different show, where on that show you were too young to discuss things like boys and kissing and preteen dilemmas, but you're going to have to do that now, right?
Right.
They seem way too excited to be asking them, like, you're going to be talking about preteen stuff and boys and drama, and aren't you, like, excited about that? It's like, calm down. That's not usually something that teenage girls are excited to start talking about.
What's probably the most awkward thing you've had to deal with so far?
Well, actually, when we were filming our this movie over the summer, it's called Billboard Dad, and I had to kiss a guy to make him happy on the cheek. And so I took his head, I had to take his head and kiss him on the cheek and put him back. It was so embarrassing.
How old was this guy?
He was 13.
You go, Mary-Kate!
And
So besides the fact that Mary-Kate was interrupted when she was telling a story about a time that something was really awkward, and she's explaining how kissing a boy on the cheek was awkward for her. And then they ask how old this boy is as if it needs to matter to the story, and then they're really excited about him being older than her, and like, good for you, Mary-Kate, you hooked that older boy, like, look at you getting the older men, and it's like, she's talking about how this was awkward, not how this is her boyfriend and how she's now dating him. I don't know why his age needs to matter, and I don't know why they got so excited about it.
all the people were watching and like taking pictures, and it was so embarrassing.
Did you want to
kiss
do it
him?
instead of her? Or were you glad she got to do that?
I was glad she got to do that.
Or were you glad she got to do that?
I was glad she got
that Ashley did of like, what kind of a question is that? Why are you asking this 12-year-old if you wished that she could have kissed this 13-year-old boy instead of her sister? That's not a question that you typically ask a child, and I don't know why they keep pushing this whole kissing scene. Like, there's so much more to that movie, I promise, than her kissing a boy on the cheek. I've seen it, I remember it, there's more to that movie, and I wish they would talk about it. Let's talk about the dad, which is what the whole movie is about. It's not about Mary-Kate and Ashley kissing up boys. It's just a very odd subject that they keep pushing in this interview, is the fact that they kissed a boy on the cheek. Why do you care?
So did you kiss him?
Yeah, on the cheek, but it was no big deal.
It wasn't a big deal after all.
Honey, it's never a big deal, all right?
If it's never a big deal, then why do you keep making it a big deal?
On Two of a Kind, I had to pretend that I was going to kiss him, and you're like this close
Was
to
the
his
boy
face.
shy? Was he shy? Or was he
wanted
like, come
to
on,
play
bring it on? Come on, bring it on.
Come on, bring it on? What do you realize you're talking to two 12-year-old girls, right? And they're sharing these awkward moments, and you're like asking these really weird personal questions, like, how old is he? Was he into it? Were you into it? Like, these are very odd questions to be asking two 12-year-olds about the young boys that they are about to be kissing. I don't know if these women are aware that Mary-Kate and Ashley are actors and anything they do is their job on camera, and that they're not doing this in real life. They're portraying characters. Maybe they don't know that. Maybe they don't know that they are actually actors, and they think that whatever they see on their movies and TV shows is their real life. Even though, I guess technically with how much they work, that was their real life, but either way, I still don't know why we're talking about kissing boys, but it's still going on, and they keep getting way too excited about listening to them talk about kissing boys.
Is it a fun business to be in?
Yes.
You do? Someone said that you guys are really 12, but you play 11. I thought that was an interesting fact. Is that true?
No, we're 12. We play
You are 12 and you play 12. Okay.
So, well, at least we're getting away from the kissing boys, but what kind of a question is that? You're really 12, but you play 11. And even they were like, what? What? It's just, I think she just made that up in her head. Maybe it's what she believed, but it's just an odd question. They came apparently prepared with no questions, because all of these questions that they have asked them, besides, is this a fun business to be in, they really have no say. They have known nothing but this business, so if they say no, that's not going to look good on them.
Now, I know that you guys are worth, what is it, $250 million? No. I'm looking to, yes.
What?
Yes, and the merchandise.
This changes the whole thing.
Why does this change everything? Are you going to treat them differently now? Are you going to ask them for money?
But so I want to know if you get an allowance, and if so, how much you get and what you have to do to earn it.
Well, we get $7 a week if we clean our room.
We have to clean our room. I have to vacuum
And
the
I have to
carpets.
feed the dogs.
$7 a person. Each of you gets $7.
Only
Right.
if we clean our room.
But
else
if
we don't
that
get
day that we don't do our chores, then we get $1.
Do you have separate rooms?
Yes.
And so who's the bigger slob?
I don't understand why she's asking them about their money and how they receive their money. To me, that's really none of her business, and that still has nothing to do with the movie that they should be promoting, but okay, I guess, sure, ask about how they get their money. And then she asks if they get $7 each. Of course they get $7 each. They're two separate people. They may look the same, talk the same, act the same, but they're two separate human beings. Just because twins look the same does not mean they are the same person.
How many dogs do you got? You have a bunch of dogs?
Well, we have 3.
3 dogs.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
We used to have 4, but 1 died.
What's the silliest question you've ever been asked as a twin?
Every single question that they have asked in this interview.
Who was this guy?
Did you want to
kiss
do it
him?
instead of her? Was
To
the
his
boy
face.
shy? Was he shy? Or was
He
he like,
wanted to
come on,
play
bring it on?
Well, but someone said that you guys are really 12, but you play 11.
I want to know if you get an allowance, and if so, how much? $7 a person.
And now they're going to go to the audience and have the audience ask some questions. And what is clearly was set up before the show is, without a doubt, one of the most awkward things I think I have seen on TV.
Yeah, I have two very handsome men in the audience who have a question for you guys. What's your name?
Devin,
What's your name?
Dylan,
Oh, you're so cute. What's your question?
Mary, Kate, Ashley, do you got any boyfriends?
It's symphonic sound.
No, we don't. But
Do you want some?
Do you want some? This isn't a dating show. This is an interview that they are supposed to be doing to promote their movie. They did not come on your show to be set up with 2 8-year-old boys. I don't know how old those little boys were. They were adorable. And they were clearly, this is all staged. Mary Kay and Ashley are clearly uncomfortable. I don't blame them. This is not a dating show. This is an interview.
well,
They're a little young for you, aren't they?
well, we like boys, but we just haven't found the right guy. I guess.
Yeah.
You have time. Don't worry about it.
There's a little place called Tiffany's down the street. They're like, huh?
She's telling these boys to go to Tiffany's and buy Mary Kay and Ashley, what, a wedding ring? Propose to them right there? What? Why do you keep pushing? It's specifically this lady keeps pushing this whole Mary Kay and Ashley kissing boys, apparently wanting to be the one that sets them up with these 2 younger boys. It's very uncomfortable, very awkward, and they are making Mary Kay and Ashley and me very uncomfortable.
And what's your question?
How do you have time to do all your shows and your schoolwork?
Good question.
How is it that that little girl asked the most real and reasonable question that was asked during this entire interview? It's a totally reasonable question, and they give a great answer. And I vote that this little girl replaces the lady who is holding the mic because she's too awkward for me. So I vote little girl on The View.
I have to tell you too, you do something better. We need to learn to do this. You look at each other so you make sure you don't talk over each other. And the grown-ups around here on this couch here, we could learn a lot from the two of you. Maybe that works.
We have this problem called crosstalk. We'll be talking to you about it in a little while. Thanks to Ashley and Mary Kate. Don't miss Two of a Kind.
And that's the end of the interview. Very awkward. All of it. It made me uncomfortable. It made me cringe. It made me want to hide and never see it again. And this is the third time I've watched this. So you're welcome that I have now introduced this to you in your life, because now you have your daily dose of major cringe. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk all things Olsen twins and this cringy interview in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then.